All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to some more of this. This is the movie cataloging and curation of my collection. We're ramping it up a little bit. I'm doing it 3 times a week instead of just 2 times a week. Also, a little I'm trying to figure out ways to stop that from happening. The ripple effect from the screens onto me, like the refresh rates or whatever you want to call them, but. I digress. We're going to talk about some movies. We're going to catalog, curate. I am ramping this up a little bit because 31 for 31 is coming up and I need to start that soon. So what I want to do is get all the shelves behind me done and cataloged. Up to the movie collection packs at least is what I want to do. And then I'm going to do this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday until it's done. Then when the shelves are mainly done, we're moving on to TV shows or something like that. Then what I'll do is from there what I'll do is move into back to once a week. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's too early. I'll move back to once a week and we'll go from there. But I'm only going to upload these 1 week at a time on the YouTube channel. So there's at some point there's going to be a huge gap between them. But anyway, let's move on with the Mad Max Fury Road Best Buy exclusive. This is a killer steelbook. Unfortunately, this does not come with the Chrome edition, where it's like the black and white version. But I also don't know if I want to see this movie in just black and white. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of the colors really interesting. They like a lot of the designs and stuff. But Mad Max Fury Road. Let me see how that's typed in over here. It's 2014. 2015. What? This showed up on my... What? Sorry, work text. That was really threw me off my mojo. It's just like, what? What's happening? I don't think anything's happening. I think people are just misinformed. Steelbook. But I would like to get the black and white just to watch it, but I'm not going to rebuy it. But a great movie is on my best of 2021 list. Another great movie I think is highly underrated, Maggie. This is the zombie movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The thing I like about this is how kind of subtle this is. It is by no means it's a zombie movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it is not, I think this is 2015. It is not what you think it is. It is 2015. It's kind of a drama. It's about Arnold Schwarzenegger's character's daughter getting the zombie infection, turning into a zombie, and it's like how he spent the last little bit of time with her. 5.6 is so wrong. This movie, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I stand by that 8 out of 10. Let me scoot this over a little bit so you can at least see my ratings when we look up IMDb stuff. I think it's easily an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good, really different for Arnold, and I think that's what's really nice. Hold on. Hold on, this is union stuff. All right. Moving on. The Magician. I have not watched any of Ingmar Bergman's stuff. I want to. So here's the thing. Is I know Criterion put out the big box set of Bergman, right? And I probably would have been better off buying that. My buddy bought it, and he was like, "Hey, I'm selling off all the other ones that I have. Are you interested in buying them?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I had always had Bergman is like one of those everybody's top 5 director that I have never watched any of his movies from, and so I've always wanted to watch Bergman. And he was like, I'm selling some stuff. And like up there was like obviously the Seventh Seal I wanted to see. The Magician was one of them. Sawdust and Tinsel was another one. So he has a couple movies I wanted to see, and so I got a couple of them, and I'm working on a Bergman video. But I've collected a ton of his movies here recently, not here recently, over the years that I've been like post production or pre productioning this video, and I haven't done it yet. So gonna have to one day actually really start on it. Magnum Opus, the movie. I've not watched this yet. This is a Jackass clone that I just saw on Blu-ray.com for like $5. This is a like homemade. Well, I can't show that. This is like a homemade. It comes with like a little postcard thing, like a homemade movie that you can like sell, like print on demand on Amazon. It was $5, and I thought, Jonathan, thank you so much for subscribing. That I think was on YouTube. But thank you so much. The dot move e. I don't think this is even on IMDb. To be honest with you. Yeah, it's not. But yeah, this is like it says 2022. A like group of Jackass style stunts. And yeah, it was like $5 on Amazon. I was like, you know what, why not? That seems fun. Me and my friends kind of did some Jackassy things when we were kids, and I just haven't got around to watching it. The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. This is a Terry Gilliam film. I'm a huge fan of Terry Gilliam, and I thought this one was pretty good. It's not my favorite thing he's ever done, but I did find it quite enjoyable. Adam Driver's really good in it, and Jonathan Pryce is as well. Some interesting like visual moments, and I think the story is just quirky and weird enough that it comes across. Is this really 2017? It just comes across as really fun. The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, 2018. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like a lot of Terry Gilliam stuff. Brazil's really good. We've already covered Brazil. All right. Looks like everything's squared away. The Man with No Name trilogy. Wow, 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 wow. Would love to actually rewatch. I have not seen A Fistful of Dollars or For a Few More Dollars. I've only seen The Good and the Bad, the Ugly. But I would like to rewatch The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and I would like to watch all of them. Yeah, good stuff. The Man with No Name trilogy. A Fistful of Dollars. I do think The Good, the Bad, the Ugly has maybe the best soundtrack of all time. I think the soundtrack to it is just obviously insanely iconic. It's all over the place, right? The Man with No Name trilogy set. Then we got A Few More Dollars. I haven't rated The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Huh. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to rewatch it then, ain't I? That's weird. It's probably because I watched The Good and the Bad, the Ugly around the time like I first started doing IMDb, so I probably just forgot to do it. Because it's been... I watched The Good, the Bad, the Ugly along with... That makes me wonder now. I wonder if I... Once Upon a Time in the West. Have I rated that? Okay. Because I watched these like together, not on the same night, but like I was going through like classic westerns and stuff back when I was in college, like first starting college, and I started IMDb around like 2013, 2014. So that would have been around the time. That would have been around the time I watched those movies, but for some reason, and I know I watched them like right next to each other, but for some reason that was. I'm not gonna rate it because it's been a while, but I remember liking it quite a bit, so probably like an 8 out of 10. But let me rewatch it before I decide to rate it. I guess, yeah, I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't rate that one, but it's on my scratch off list. I'm pretty sure, so I need to rewatch it. We have Mandy the Steelbook unopened. I need to get a Steelbook protector and actually open this bad boy up. Um, I do own Mandy on regular, like Blu-ray, and I double dipped on the Steelbook. But I think Mandy is amazing. I think it's a really, really good movie. Um, I think it's like an 8 out of 10. Is that what I rated it? I gave it a 9. Okay. I really like Mandy. I really like how do you say his name? Panos Cosmatos as a director, because I also really enjoy the Beyond the Black Rainbow as well. Hopefully it doesn't take him 10 years to make another movie, but if he does, I'm sure it'll be good. Maniac 30th Anniversary Edition. Found this at a flea market for really cheap, so that was cool. Have not watched it yet. This will be in that list of things that I just haven't gotten around to. I just want to make sure there's not short films that I missed. Okay. What about you? You got any short films? No. But I really like the remake with Elijah Wood. I don't own it. I should. I think the Elijah Wood one is really good. This one I think is really good. 1980. There's 2 discs in here. Were they both Blu-rays? No, one's DVD. Yep, not seen it. 30th Anniversary. I wonder if I like this one as much. Because the thing that I really liked about the remake was the whole point of view perspective. And I'm not sure if that film does that. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. This movie is super adorable. Really interesting. Nice blend of stop animation and live action. Pretty seamless for the most part, too. Another thing that I really like about this movie is the fact that it has a good sense of humor. But Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Are you 2022? Yeah. Good stuff. I like the pseudo documentary feel to it. It's an A24 limited edition. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. If you're a fan of like cutesy stop animation, then definitely check it out. Marriage Story Criterion. This movie is devastating. I think it's honestly the best performances from both Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. It's cool because it comes with the letters they both write each other in the movie. The Criterion version does. Yeah, I think this movie's fantastic. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. This is one of the Netflix movies that Criterion put out, and I hope they continue doing that with some movies. Would love to see Paddleton get one because I think that movie is fantastic. But yeah, Marriage Story, it's devastating. I don't remember what year it is. 2019. But it is very good. Very good stuff. Up next, we have The Bad Boy. This is the Umbrella Beyond Gates limited edition of Martyrs. This is the one that's like limited to like 250 copies. It's the one that comes with like a poster, nice big case and everything. I think this is only a 1 disc, but it is region free. Yep, it's one disc. I think the movie itself, I think Martyrs is good. It's like a 7 out of 10, especially when you consider those like the most disturbing movies of all time. I think Martyrs is good, and it has some pretty good moments. Um, this was a holy grail movie for me for a long time because to get this movie in the U.S. was pert near impossible, and so I had tried and tried and tried for years to get my hands on this movie, and I finally did. And I got the cool limited edition release, Umbrella Limited. I did not spell how do you spell umbrella? Umbrella Entertainment. But yeah, I decided to pre-order the Umbrella Entertainment release, and I got it, and I was very happy. And I am curious, is this still going for gangbusters price-wise? Because at one point this was going for like triple-digit prices. Uh-oh. There ain't any on here. On eBay. It might be. Man, the Winnie the Pooh one is $280 for the limited edition. Heard that movie's crap. I almost bought it at Grindhouse Video, but I decided not to. Yeah, there's like none of them on here. Yeah, there's none on eBay for the limited edition. That's crazy. See, I wonder how much you could get for it. Let's see if any of them sold recently. Yeah, one sold August 20th for $236. A used one sold for $110. Another one sold for $305. Another one sold for $183. So yeah, a little all over the place. Cool movie. I don't know if I'd pay that much for it. I paid $55, I think, for mine. Matilda special. What a jump! Matilda special edition. I thought Matilda was a ton of fun. Honestly, like this was not a movie that. Is there a short film with Martyrs? No. Um. What about Marriage Story? Actually, hold on. We need to back up because I wonder if. So first off, Marriage Story. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go all the way back to The Magician because those are kind of movies that will be like original shorts is all it says for Marcel. So I'll put a note that it has short films. Because Criterion will put like documentaries and stuff on those older films. So I had to check. Where is Marcel? Okay. But anyway, Matilda. Matilda's a lot of fun. I had never seen it before. A buddy was like, "You gotta watch Matilda," and so I watched it, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's really, really good. It's just a really fun and goofy movie. Danny DeVito directed it too, by the way, which is interesting. But yeah, definitely recommend Matilda. The Matrix Digibook. Honestly, I don't know why I'm honestly not a fan of the Matrix. This is one of them I could probably sell. I don't ever see myself rewatching the Matrix. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's boring. Like there's everything in the Matrix is something that I should be interested in. The Matrix has all the hallmarks of all of my favorite movies, but I am bored out of my tit watching it. Like no joke. I just I don't like. I've seen it twice. I've given it two shots. I've given it two shots. I've given it two shots. I'm gonna mark it as maybe. I've given it two shots, and I've never gotten behind it, man. I just get so bored through the movie. There's something about it. I don't know if it's the pacing. I don't know if it's the direction. I don't know. It's like Keanu Reeves action, cyber kung fu, wire working, conspiracy theories. It has everything going for it that I would be like, this is my favorite movie. Like on paper, if you would write the Matrix out, I'd be like, that's one of my favorite movies. And then I watch it and I'm just like, I am so bored. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. Don't like it. I felt the same way the first time I watched it, where I was just like, I don't like this. This is boring. I'm just not into it. And then I decided to rewatch it years later, and I felt the same way. I was just like, I'm bored. So, don't know about The Matrix. Yeah. A movie that did not bore me, May. I did a huge video on this. If you've not seen it, I recommend checking that video out. I like this movie quite a bit. I think there needs to be a Blu-ray of this. May is a movie about a girl who projects her mental illness onto a doll and all the wackadoo shit that comes to follow it. And I think it's really well done. Has some good metaphorical moments in it, but also has some like really strange and trippy moments. It's a lot of fun. Wish there was a Blu-ray. Definitely recommend it. Like I said, I did like a 30-minute video on it, so definitely check it out. Mean Creek, another movie that I really wish had a Blu-ray. When I first started collecting movies, this was one that I really wanted to get because it was not streaming on anything at the time. Don't know if it is streaming anywhere. There's also, I don't believe there's a, excuse me. I don't know why I decided to burp in the microphone. Yeah, I don't believe there's a Blu-ray, but I was like really looking on the look for Mean Creek because I had wanted to rewatch it because I had watched it on TV a while ago and was always impressed with this movie. Like I've always liked this movie. It's always like stuck out to me. And maybe it's because I saw Josh Peck in a role that you normally wouldn't see him in, especially at that time. And so I was like, yeah, man, I need to find Mean Creek. And I found it. And I rewatched it, and yeah, it's good. I actually wouldn't mind rewatching this again. It's a really good movie. Mean Girls, speaking of good movies. This movie is a classic. I would say guilty pleasure, but can this movie even be guilty pleasure? It's just a pleasure. Like, honestly. Like, Mean Girls is good. What year are you from? I want to say you're like 2005. 2004, 2005. 2004. Two Mean movies, right back to back. Yeah, Mean Girls is kind of just a classic, honestly. Mean Streets, speaking of classics. Mean Streets, really good. Early into Scorsese's career. Very good stuff. Another movie I actually wouldn't mind rewatching. It's been a little while. And a movie that I would like to have a Blu-ray of, but Meet the Pebbles. This feels like a bootleg, especially like when you open it up, look at the disc. This feels like a bootleg DVD. But this is a movie directed by Peter Jackson, very early off into his career. I think this was what he did. Let me look. Ugh. Tired, man. I am tired. Peter Jackson. Meet the Feebles is his third movie. I mean, his second movie, right after Bad Taste, before Dead Alive. I haven't seen these ones. I want to get into some of Peter Jackson's earlier stuff. I've seen pretty much most everything from the Lord of the Rings on up. I need to see They Shall Not Grow Old, though. I do want to see that. I don't really care about the Beatles. The Lovely Bones I've not heard good things about, but I'll probably watch it at some point. But yeah, I do want to watch some of his earlier stuff. But Meet the Feebles, this is a movie I never even heard of till I saw it on shelf in Rhythm Section in Gatlinburg, and I was just like, what is this? And it's a lot of fun. It's a very goofy movie. It's a lot of fun, but this feels like it's ripped straight from a VHS, so the quality is not the best, but it is good. It's wild. It's wild, wacky, arm-filling two-man kind of movie. So if it sounds interesting to you, then check it out. If it sounds like a movie you probably wouldn't enjoy, then you probably won't. 1989. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And like I said, I wish there was a Blu-ray of it. I don't think there's a Blu-ray of it. Maybe I'll have to look. Let me set this back real quick. Moving on to the next little stack of stuff. A movie I think is criminally underrated. Megamind. I think Megamind is fantastic. Really wish that there was a sequel to this. Yeah, a lot of fun. It's kind of one of those movies I could rewatch several times over. 2010. Good stuff. Just fun, goofy goodness. Let me make sure both discs are in here. Yep. All right, what do we have for special features? Because I bet you this has a short on it. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Yep, Megamind, the Button of Doom. That's it. I'm just going to say 2010 again. I have not seen it on Megamind release. Melancholia. Tabor, why are you asking about me about special features? What? Are Megamind? Are you Megamind? Melancholia, Lars von Trier, really good stuff. Really enjoyable in the very depressing way. Beautifully shot. Great movie, yeah, honestly. Like, I wouldn't mind rewatching this. It's his middle piece of his Depression trilogy, which starts off with Antichrist, then this, and then goes into Nymphomaniac, which is crazy. A crazy trilogy of just pure emotional destruction, but 2011. Good stuff. I like Lars von Trier, even though I think he's probably more than likely a nut job. Memento in this cool DVD edition. If I remember right, there's like this one, I think, has like the special menu in it where it's like really weird and wacky. 2-disc set. If I remember right, it has like the weird menu that you can like do things in certain orders and it like unlocks something. I'm pretty sure is how this one works. Yeah, I know this one has a Blu-ray. I just like the DVD copy that I have. I do need to upgrade it to the Blu-ray at some point. I didn't realize the movie's from 2000. As for the movie itself, I think the movie is really good. I think it's a really good movie. Von Trier shows a lot of actors' special features in his movies. I say he does show a lot of body parts unclothed, for sure. I don't know what you'd call this copy of Memento. Is it like a collector's edition? That's for sure. Faux show. Memento special edition DVD. I feel like it's special edition DVD, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. It's limited edition. I got it at FYE in their clearance section for like $2. So, do you also have Memento Mori? No. Is that a movie? Memento. Oh, shit. Also known as Whispering Corridors 2. Nope, never heard of it. Is it good? Is it good, Torpor? I have Memories of Murder by Bong Joon-ho. I think it's his directorial debut, which if it is, that is crazy because this movie is good. Comes with Incoherence, a 1994 student film. I think it was okay, very visually pleasing. Oh, is it one of those kind of visually pleasing movies? Memories of Murder, 2003. Blu-ray, yes. One Criterion Collection. And then we have Inconceivable. No, it's actually Incoherence, but you know, reference for the sake of reference. 1994, good year. I've not seen that. No. On Memories of Murder release. All right. We have Men. What have they become? I can't remember how that song goes. Men. Anyway, I think this movie's fantastic. I think it's one of the best movies of 2022. I think this is a movie. Kudos to the Prince and Bride reference. Hey. You get me. You truly get me, Topor. Honestly, I think this is one of the best movies of 2022. Alex Garland, I love as a director. I think this movie is really good. But I do think it's a love it or hate it movie, and I think that a lot of people did not like it, but it really gelled with me. Speaking of movies I loved, The Menu. This is a movie that I still think about on a pretty regular basis. Just really, really good and gripping stuff. Went into this one with little to no expectations, and was kind of completely floored by the whole movie. So, if you've not seen The Menu, I can't recommend it enough. Go into it as blind as possible. We have the complete Metropolis, the original short film, or not short film, silent film Metropolis. This is not a short film. Metropolis. This was in my first year of 31 for 31. Really good stuff. Really enjoyed it. 1927 is when this movie came out. Really enjoyed it. Really cool story. Really, really interesting visuals. In terms of like the silent era, this has got to be up there with like Haxan or however you want to say it, as like one of my favorites. Then we have the Metropolis Tezuka's, I can't remember how to say his name. Ozumu. I think it's Ozumu. Tezuka. Tezuka's a huge famous Japanese artist. And he's done a lot of manga and stuff, a lot of stuff that people consider to be like the best. This is a movie that they claim is not an adaptation of the original Metropolis, but there's way too many similarities to be like. It's supposedly inspired by, I think this is 2001. Also covered this on 31 for 31 right after the original Metropolis video. I personally like this one better, but with that being said, there's also 2 discs in this. That being said, I do think like, okay, so their whole thing, I'm going off track here. Their whole thing about them being like, oh, it's not a remake or anything like that. They're inspired by the artwork of the original. There's a lot of story parallels too. Like they're basically the same story. It's a reboot. Just admit it's a reboot. You know what I mean? I personally like Tezuka's Metropolis better. I think it's more enjoyable. It's a lot shorter too for that aspect. But I think both of them are great. I like both of them, so I think both of them are totally worth a watch. And we have motherfuckers MFKZ. How is that actually like? Is that just MFKZ? Okay, 2017. This is a pretty interesting movie. From what I remember, the animation's pretty good. A lot of interesting like character designs and stuff. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it, but you can kind of see on the back some of the animation characters and stuff. Danny Trejo plays like one of the villains, which is cool. Yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. It's pretty unique. It's pretty interesting. It's like a 7 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed it. Midnight Express, I've not seen yet. I want to. I've wanted to for a long time. It's like one of those movies that has just been on my watch list forever, and I've just never gotten around to it. You know what I mean? Just kind of one of those things. But I've heard great things about it, and I am excited to eventually watch it. This is one I'm kind of hoping gets picked for 1978, 31 for 31 this year. '78, not 87. Blu-ray, nope. Digibook. Death is Not What You Think. The Midnight Swim. Yeah, The Midnight Swim. The Midnight Swim, put out by Yellow Veil, one of Vinegar Syndrome's partner labels. It's a movie that a buddy of mine said that I would probably really enjoy, and it sounded really interesting, and it was also running pretty low on copies when I ordered this, I believe, for the slipcase. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. And I got it, and I haven't watched it yet. It does come with short films, though. Speaking of which, did G-Kids? Christopher Nelson, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Again, I think that was on YouTube, but I do really appreciate it. Oh, I realized that the chat is covering me up. All right, I'm gonna make chat a little bit smaller and then a little bit stretchier. I guess I could raise me up, right? If I do it like that, I raise me up, and then chat can be like this. That looks decent. But yeah, Midnight Swim, not watched yet. Another one that I would like for it to be picked for 31 for 31 if I don't get to it beforehand. The Midnight Swim. What year are you from? 2014. See, Yellow Veil and Vinegar Syndrome and stuff are very good about putting the info on it. Yellow Veil, Vinegar Syndrome, with slipcase. And then what do we got for shorts going on over here? The Three Sisters featurette, the Siren short, the Phoenix and the Turtle short. So we have two. We have the Sirens, the Phoenix and the Turtle. The Midnight Schwim 2014. Sirens is from 2009. And what was the other one? The Phoenix and the Turtle? I don't see that one. Phoenix and the Turtle. Someone not on here? There's this. The Phoenix and the Turtle short film. Wait, is this it? I don't know. I do not know. Let's just do Sirens. That one was 2009, I believe. One on the midnight swim release, and then we'll do Phoenix and the Turtle. Just do an NA. Blue, no. All right, let's try to do that correctly here. Moving on. Midsummer, one of my favorite movies of that year. I think this movie is insanely brutal. Very hard to watch, honestly. Like, this movie really got under my skin. I know it didn't for everybody. Like my wife, for an example, this didn't get to her like it did to me. I personally found this movie very disturbing, very effective, very got into my head, and I loved it. I've not seen the director's cut, although I want to. Like, I want to get the 4K director's cut from A24. I just haven't yet, but I do want it. Miller's Crossing. I do believe there's a Criterion of this. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe there's a Criterion of Miller's Crossing. Miller Crossing is a gangster flick by the Coen brothers, and it's pretty good. You got the year on the back of you by any chance? 1990. It's pretty good. I like it. Don't know if I would upgrade it to the Criterion. Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's got a Criterion. Yep, there it is. MILF of Soul Mood. Okay. Yep, there it is. Criterion. Like I said, don't know if I care to upgrade to the Criterion. I do think it's a good movie, but for right now, I'm not considering upgrading it. I have other stuff I'd rather get. And while I like the Criterions a lot, and I enjoy what the Criterion does, I think they do amazing work. There's just some movies I don't want to double dip. Minari. Pretty good. Pretty good little like family drama movie. It's good. 2001, 21. I think really shows. I just did it to myself. What's his name? Stephen Yeun. That's his name, right? Didn't mean to smack the microphone. Are you not gonna have his name on the back of this, really? Yeah, Stephen Yeun. Really kind of shows his acting chops, I think. It's good stuff, though. Minority Report. I've not seen this. That feels weird to say out loud, but I have not seen this yet. I want to. I've heard good things about Minority Report. It's the one of them that on paper feels like a movie that I would really enjoy. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Let me make sure this is a single. No, it's not. It's a double. It's a 2 Blu-ray disc. There's 2 Blu-ray discs in this one. But yeah, I would like to watch that. And then last but not least is gonna have to replace the case. I didn't realize the case was broke on this. But is Mischief. Fun little story. My mom is an extra in this, and she's a continuity error in this from 1985. Like, no joke. She is in this movie. It was shot not super duper far from where I grew up, and she She is indeed a continuity error. Now, I don't believe this one has a Blu-ray. I think it's still only on DVD. I need to replace DVD case. I didn't realize it was broke. Um, but yeah, she's a continuity error. There's a scene where it shows her from one angle getting ready to. They're at like this diner, and she's in the background. She's only an extra, but she was a background, and it shows her going to sit down at a booth, and then it cuts to a different camera angle with her doing the same thing of sitting down in the booth, and it was really cool watching. It was fun watching it with her because she was able to like tell you some of the behind the scenes stuff when she was there on set, but also to be like, "You're a continuity error." It's fun. But it's an okay movie. It's like a 5 out of 10, honestly. Like, it's not anything amazing. Like, it's definitely easily watchable. But just fun little history, little backstory with it. Like, Mischief isn't a movie I would keep on my own. Like, if it didn't have that backstory to it, you know what I mean? Like, I would probably sell it. All right, we got. Like, what am I rolling on here? We got Moana. This is the 4K Steelbook. I bought this from a buddy who was downsizing some stuff. He got rid of a lot of his Disney stuff because of Disney Plus, which is understandable. I personally am completely against getting rid of most Disney things just because Disney sucks. And they're really bad about just erasing things from the history of the world. Um, so I'm a big fan of collecting Disney and not letting them do that. Like, having access to Disney movies all the time. Moana's good. It's not my favorite thing. I've seen it once in theaters. My wife's watched it a couple times. But I do think it's good. I just haven't had the desire to go back to it. "4K/Blu-ray, yes to Steelbook." All right, we have Modern Times, Charlie Chaplin. I've not seen this one. Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton are two of the silent era people that I would like to get into. I'm a big fan of both stunt work and slapstick comedy. So there's no reason for me not to, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just haven't watched it yet. I have seen Gold Rush. I thought that was enjoyable. I don't have any Buster Keaton stuff yet. Mom and Dad. This is one that could probably be sold off. I think it's fun. It's Nick Cage. I think it's got its fun moments. Let me look on this Criterion real quick. I don't know if Moana has any short films. Let me actually just write. Could have shorts. Oh. Yeah, this has a couple films on it. So, before we move on to Mom and Dad, let's do this first. We got the first one is All at Sea. I actually might have seen that one. 1933. Blu-ray, no. One on Modern Times release. Then we have, well, let's see. The Rink from 1916. For the First Time from 1967. That looks like it's the last one. So a couple. And this one's like a documentary. So that one's kind of cool. It's a documentary, according to the back of this. Documentary about first-time moviegoers seeing modern times. A Cuban documentary. So that's kind of interesting. That could be an interesting watch. But yeah, Mom and Dad. This one could go in the maybe sell pile. Like I said, I think it's fun, but it's not anything like. I don't know if I ever care to rewatch it. You know what I mean? I'm tired, man. Monos. Pretty good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Has some really good moments. It's shot really, really well. It's interesting. It's basically about like it's a Lord of the Flies kind of thing, where these kids are on this island and they run their own like group. I don't know. It's interesting. It's kind of weird. Looks like it has 0 special features, which kind of sucks. Monsters Inc. One of my favorite Pixar movies. The first one I did for a screen to console. Huge fan of Monsters Inc. I think I have Monsters University, but I'm not 100% sure if I do. I couldn't remember if that was one of them I picked up recently or not. I can't remember, honestly. I think Monsters Inc. is 2001. I do think, yeah, 2001. I do think Monsters University is not very good. I want that to be said. That I don't think it's very good. I think Monsters Inc. is way better. It's not. It's like not even close. I've seen Monsters Inc. a ton though. Party Saurus Rex. Party. Toy Story Tunes. Toy Story Tunes. Party Saurus Rex. What did I say? 2012. On Monsters Inc. release. Then we also have The Birds, which I think is like, if I remember right, it's like the ones on the telephone lines, which is like one of the classic Pixar shorts. Yeah, good stuff. Huge fan. Oh my God, there's another short film on here. Right on. Mike's New Car short film. Academy Award nominated for Best Animated Short? No shit. Not seen that one. Yeah. Good stuff. Love Monsters Inc. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Would like to rewatch this. I watched this with a friend who hated this movie. So, love my friend, but he kind of made the experience a little bit miserable because he was just done and did not want to deal with this movie anymore. So, I would like to rewatch it. See if maybe I like it better on a second viewing. I did enjoy it, but I didn't think it was anything mind blowing. You know what I mean? Like there was moments I liked, moments I thought were funny, but yeah, gonna have to rewatch it. What did I say? 1975? Damn. '40th anniversary edition with slipcase. We have Moon with Sam Rockwell. I think this is a really good self-contained low-budget sci-fi movie. If I remember right, this is directed by Duncan Jones, which, if I remember correctly, is David Bowie's kid. So, good stuff. I liked Moon quite a bit. I thought it was really decent. What year are you from? 2009. All right. Moon Manor. This movie I really enjoyed. I actually wouldn't mind rewatching this. I'll probably actually rewatch this before I make my best of 2022 list. Because it has potential to be on that list. I think it's really good. It's a movie about a death celebration, a funeral, a funeral. This is about a man who is terminally ill and has decided that he's going to cash out rather than suffer. And it blends comedy and kind of a deep emotional core pretty nicely. Has like some good life lessons through there. A good story going through the stages of grief and coming to terms with mortality. It's good, all while having like some good visual flair. Moonrise Kingdom, Wes Anderson, really good stuff. Big fan of Wes Anderson. Um, Moonrise Kingdom is probably one of his most known. I don't know if it's 2012. If it's like if Grand Budapest and Isle of Dogs is more well known now, but I do know like this was like one of his like big deal movies, and it's good. It is good. Let's see. I kept a little back thing. Is there? If there's any short film, it's not on the back of it. So come on now. There you go. Morbius. Yeah, this one I can sell honestly. I got the Target exclusive that comes with these. Probably the laziest special edition I've ever seen. So where does it start with? Okay, so it is. They're supposed to be like transforming art cards. So there's one, and then it goes into this, and then this, and then this. So if you actually look at them, what they do is basically, if you're in Photoshop and you have all your different layers, they basically have the finished product, and then they just kept unclicking layers until they got to the first step, and then printed off all three of them. And then we're like, yeah, they're like collectible little art cards. Isn't this cool? And it's like, no, this is the laziest shit you could have fucking done. Which is a good like, which is like such a good, um, such a good like example to go with this movie. Morbius is bad. It's bad. It has like some ironically funny moments, but for the most part, it's just bad. But yeah, that's one of them that could be sold. Not a fan of Morbius. It's a big old meme movie, and it's a meme movie for a reason. Also, Jared Leto sucks. I don't know why that guy still gets hired. He's not a good actor. He's been good, in my opinion, in one thing, which is Dallas Buyers Club. I am curious to see how much it's going for, though. Morbius. Even like the Target exclusive is like $10. There are some people who think it's worth a lot, obviously, but yeah, it's like $8 to $10, which is not a good sign for a collector's limited edition. Mortal Kombat Legend, Scorpion's Revenge, really, really good. One of the best Mortal Kombat movies, in my personal opinion. If you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, I definitely recommend this one. The other one I didn't like as much. I can't remember what the other one's called. I have it, but it's in the bins. It's not on the shelf. But I do think Mortal Kombat Legend Scorpion's Revenge is really good, and definitely recommend it. Mortal Kombat Legends. There's a new one out too that I haven't seen yet. The Snowblind. I've not seen it. Cage Match. Battle of the Realms. That's the other one. I've seen Battle of the Realms, and it was okay. Let me real quick. Okay. I'm gonna add these to my queues because okay, this one already is because I do want to watch them. Um, 2020. It's starting to look like they're not matching. Like this movie came out, and everybody was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" Right? And then they've not been able to like copy that success since because I think the other one was pretty panned. The Legend, the whatever this one, 6.5. I give it a 6. That's all right. Snowblinds is 6.6. So it's good though. Really brutal moments, good action in it, good story. Yeah, I like it. If you haven't seen it, yeah, check it out. Motel Hell. This movie is really awesome. I got the cool Scream Factory steelbook. Don't remember if it has a 4K. I think it might. But really enjoyed this movie a lot. It's just a Blu-ray. Meat's meat and a man's gotta eat. Damn right. This what really surprised me about this movie was how funny it is. This is a black comedy, and it has some really fucked up humor in it, which is great. But yeah, the thing I think that just surprised me is like how good this is. It's pretty much a Scream Factory steelbook. It's pretty much a Texas Chainsaw clone in a lot of the sense, but a 6.0 really. I give it an 8. I stand by that 8. But it does do things differently enough to stand out from Texas Chainsaw, and I actually really recommend this movie. It's got some funny moments, it's got some good gory moments. The pig mask thing, like this is like really gnarly looking in film. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy Motel Hell. Definitely recommend it. But also, it's also really funny. Not like ironically either. Like it is unironically funny. Mother, a film by Bong Joon-ho. I've not seen this one yet. I've had this Blu-ray forever with every intention to watch it, and I have never watched it. I need to though. Also, the Mortal Kombat didn't have a short film, which is weird for like one of those Warner Brother animations. What year are you from? 2010? That doesn't seem right. But I do really want to see Mother by Bong Joon-ho. So 2009, yeah, probably 2010. I do want to see it. It looks really good. That would be a cool one to get picked, 3131 this year. We have Mothra in this cool steelbook that has this cool like artwork slip-off case cover thing. This isn't like a crazy special steelbook. It's just put out by Mill Creek. Maybe it is. I don't know. Mothra's fun. I've seen Mothra a couple times. Of like the Godzilla spin-off movies is probably one of the better ones. It's just kind of goofy, but also like Mothra itself is just a cool creature. It's like a cool kaiju. 1961. Damn, I didn't realize Mothra was that old. I feel like I might have Mothra somewhere else too. On like the steelbook. It's been a while since I've seen Mothra. Actually, does this one? I think this one also, yeah, includes both Japanese and US versions. US versions. I was like, I think this one has like where it did like with Godzilla, the original Godzilla, where it has both. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, a digibook I got a long time ago off Amazon for like $5 on a Black Friday, and I've heard good things about this movie, but also like it was a digibook for $5, so I was like, all right, I'll get this, and I didn't, and I mean I did, and I've just never watched it. I don't know. It's a movie that just I don't have a ton of interest in watching, I guess. If that makes any sense. I will eventually. 1939? Damn, I didn't realize it was that old. Now, this does have a feature film documentary on it, according to the back of this, which is Frank Capra's. I just saw it. American Dream. Right, 97. Yep. All right, Mr. Turner. Good movie. I was actually thinking the other day I wouldn't mind rewatching this. It's a good movie about a painter who I don't know if I want to like give much away. Timothy Spaulding is great in it. Timothy Spall. I always want to say Spaulding. Timothy Spall is really good in this. It's directed by Mike Leigh. Yeah, it's just good. I like. I think Mr. Turner's good. It's like a 7 out of 10. But yeah, I was actually thinking the other day. I was like kind of thinking about the movie, and I was like, man, I actually wouldn't mind rewatching Mr. Turner. What year are you from? Are you another 2014? Nice. Are you just a Blu-ray? I know I opened you up. Yeah. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind rewatching Mr. Turner. And then Mud. And then we have a little bit left for this to clear off this shelf. Mud is good. Mud 2 would have been great. The little bit we got to see from it from Nathan For You looked really good. But yeah, Mud is really good. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's really... It's like a 7 out of 10. It's good. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind rewatching it either. Personally, you know. I wouldn't mind rewatching it. Did Mud have the... No, I thought it might. I thought Mud may have had a slipcase. All right. The Mummy, Boris Karloff's The Mummy. Yeah, I might have to try to do... I might have to try to do a like old Universal monster movie classics for Halloween this year. That could be fun. If I find time. That's the thing, is I gotta find time. I need to also get the Mummies with Brendan Fraser. Oh, why don't you have the year on the back? I need to also get that. The Mummy 32. Slipcase. I don't know if I have that for the other ones, but I'm going to do it for this one. But yeah, the Munsters, the Rob Zombie Munsters. This short review I did of this has kind of been popping off recently, which I think is interesting. It's okay. It's not bad. Don't... I have my issues with it. I think one of my biggest issues with it is that it feels like a completely incomplete movie. Where... it just ends. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like the first episode of a TV show. Like an elongated first episode of a TV show. Then it just ends and you're like, oh, I guess we could watch. You know what I mean? It doesn't really stand on its own very well. It says collector's edition, but it's not. So Universal started doing this thing where they started labeling collector's editions on all their releases, and they're not. They're not collector's editions. They're just regular releases. They understand that collectors are the market now, so they're just slapping on that as like a thing. There's nothing about this is like, oh yeah, hey, look, we get the Munsters Return of Mockingley and feature commentary by Rob Zombie. That's totally a collector's edition. It's like, no, not really. When every release is the collector's edition, it's not a collector's edition. But yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. Has some moments. Um, I could highlight that one to potentially be sold. I don't know. I don't know if it would or not, just because of Rob Zombie. I wouldn't mind doing a video on Rob Zombie at some point. My Cousin Vinny, classic. I've seen this several times. Um, just really funny. 1992. Joe Pesci is one of my favorite actors, and this is actually just a really solid comedy. Has a good story. Uh, there's like a linchpin moment that I think is really good with has to do with grits that I just really enjoy. Yeah, it's good. I like My Cousin Vinny quite a bit. I've seen it, like I said, a good handful of times. My Neighbor Totoro, a Studio Ghibli classic. Also a movie I've seen several times. Solid like 9 out of 10. Doesn't have short films, DVD, Blu-ray combo pack, but Disney, being the son of a gun they are, won't put the goddamn date on the back of the case. 1998. Why is it so hard to put that shit on the back of the case? My Life as Zucchini. If you want a movie that will kind of crush your heart, this is one to do it. It is a um, stop animation about a little orphan boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about it. It's sad. Um, I can't remember if we watched this because this has a good English cast. I can't remember if we watched this in English or if we watched it in the original, I believe French. Yeah, French. The original French language. I can't remember. My Life as a Zucchini, not My Life is Zucchini. Um, if it has it on the back, I can't read it. (2016). Really good stuff though. Definitely recommend it. Let me make sure. Okay, and there is a short film on here called "The Genie in a Tin of Ravioli." Genie in a tin of 2006. Le Genie de la Botte de Ravioles. How bad did I butcher that, my French friends? Or even my French Canadian friends? A Zucchini. Mark Zucchini. Mystery Train, Jim Jarmusch. Really enjoyable. I covered this one on 31 for 31 last year. Really enjoyed it. 1989. I like Jim Jarmusch a lot as a director. I think he's great. He makes really good stuff, and I really enjoyed this one. It's a anthology movie that follows 3 different people. This doesn't look right. How you spell Criterion? It doesn't look right to me. It is. I need to look on the back of this. Criterion's really good about including extra films with their films. I Experts. Okay, no. There's experts from a 2001 documentary about Screaming Jay Hawkins, but it's only excerpts. National Treasure, Director's Cut, and National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. Um, did we rewatch the second one, Autumn? I'll have to text her. I don't remember if we rewatched the second one. I know we rewatched the first one. National. There's a. Oh yeah, there's like a weird third one. Um. Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, we rewatched them both. Okay. Yep. Yep. Just curious. 2007. What was the first one? 2004. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old. But yeah, we did rewatch it. Okay, cool. Okay, nothing crazy going on here. National Treasure, Book of Secrets. 2007. Apparently there's a third one though. There's this one that's like it's a TV series, and then there's supposed to be, I guess, a National Treasure 3 at some point. I mean, I'll see it if it comes out, right? Oh, this one's the Blu-ray DVD combo wombo. Didn't realize that. My bad. Do you have short films? No. All right. What's up, Matt Collins? So strong. Thank you. I appreciate that. Try to be, you know. What up, Matt? Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I've not seen this one. This is one of the few Studio Ghibli movies I haven't seen that I own. Actually, it might be one of the only Studio Ghibli movies that I own that I haven't seen yet. And I don't have a good reason to like why I haven't seen it yet. How is this labeled over here? Nausicaa. 1984. All right. So yeah, I need to watch this at some point. There are a couple Studio Ghibli movies that I've not seen yet, that I don't own. But out of the ones I do own, I think I've seen all of them, but this one. We'll see if we get to any other ones, but not sure if I'm missing any other ones. Bonus features. Nothing crazy. All right. Moving on to the Neon Demon. This is a movie that is out of print because it's put out by Broadband. Broad Green was doing some of the Amazon Prime movies. This is one of those Amazon Studios movies. So this is on Amazon Prime if you do want to watch it there. Me being a fan of Refn the way I am, I definitely wanted to own a copy. I think this movie's good, but I have a weird experience with this movie. So Nicholas Winding Refn is probably my favorite current working director. I think this is 2016 too, by the way. Yep. I love his stuff. Just visually speaks to me. I like a lot of the way he moves characters, the way his stories are structured. I love his style of filmmaking, and it's like, if I were to make movies, like his movies are what I would probably make. So with that being said, this was one that I remember watching in theaters thinking, wow, that was really good. And then it was over time has become less and less to me. to where it started off at like an 8 out of 10. Now it's down to like a 6. But I've only seen it the one time. It's his only film that, other than Fear X, that I've only watched once. I guess I've only seen Pusher 2 and 3 once. And I've only seen... Okay, I lied. There's a couple of his movies I've only seen once. But I do want to rewatch this. Maybe it'll go back up on a second watch. But I do want to rewatch it. Beautifully shot, by the way. Neptune Frost. This is an amazing movie that I really, really love. Oh my god, I went 2-2 at RCQ and dropped on Sunday. Scam hates me with a passion. Won all games that I didn't draw 6 lands. Yeah, that's not good. What was you playing, Matt? Was you playing 8 rack? I think I remember you saying you were taking something at RCQ, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Oh, you were playing Red Black Scam as well? I thought you meant like Scam was hitting you a lot. So when I played through that modern tournament that I did the vlog on, I ran Rack Scam, which is, 8 rack with the Scam package. And I got to only turn 1 Grief one time. And only got to Scam with Grief twice of 8 rounds of Magic. So I had really bad variance that day. So I get it. I totally get it. But sorry about that. What was your matchups? What'd you win? Anyway, Neptune Frost. This is a really unique movie. When I was going through movies for the Beat Hammer Time and Tron, nice. You know what? Take that, Hammer Time. Right on. I'm happy for you. Hammer Time's annoying. But yeah, this was a movie. I think it says 2021, but let me look real quick. But this is a movie that when I was going through the last year's Oscar picks, I was doing like different trials and stuff on different streaming services so I get access to the movies. And I needed EO on the Criterion channel. And I thought, well, why I have 7 days? Let me burn through a couple movies that they have on here that's on my watch list. And as I was scrolling through, I just came across this. And I was like, wow, this sounds fascinating. They don't have on here the description they had on Criterion, but the description on Criterion, I was like, what? And I watched it and was just blown away by it. And as soon as the credits started, I ordered it off Amazon. I haven't done a short review of it because I would like to do a bigger video on it or just mention it more. Versus Tron, I was Omega Brain. Nice. They had the One Ring and Karn 4. So I Fury the Karn, cast it with Dothi to freeze their ring. Down tick Karn, got Pitching Needle for my sideboard and named Karn Liberated. Damn, that's what's up, Matt. You are so strong. That's a move. That is a move. Up next, New York, New York, Martin Scorsese. Haven't seen it. I know this is a Blu-ray. There's a Blu-ray of this, but I found this at I wanted to see if there was okay. I found this at Dollar Tree for $1. So I was like 1977. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just get the DVD if I like it. Which it's Scorsese, so more than likely, probably. If I like it, then I will get the Blu-ray to it at some point. But I haven't watched it yet. The last one from this shelf is The Nice Guys, a movie I can't recommend enough. Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe, both of them are absolutely hilarious in this. Really fun, like detective comedy, noirish kind of movie. Just a lot of fun. I've seen this movie multiple times. It's a solid 9 out of 10 for me. Just really, really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite comedies, honestly, especially of recent years. I think this movie is from 2018 or 2017. I just put the date on the back of the thing. 2016. Okay, I was a little off. Nice Guys is fantabulous. It really is. Okay, I have both. It's really good. I'm going to go grab another stack of stuff, so give me just a second. I'm getting to the point I've got to move the thing other than smacking the camera around. Damn it. Dropping stuff. I think I found a good partition. So we're going to finish off this little pile, and that'll be it for today. And then I'll hop over to YouTube for magic. We have Night of the Living Dead Criterion release. This is actually... I got it up on shelf up there. It comes with a poster too. But this was actually part of a huge collection that I just really don't feel like digging out, honestly. A buddy of mine found them at an FYE on Black Friday and messaged me like, dude, do you want one of these Night of the Living Dead things? And I was like, yes, please. Pretty please. This. FYE exclusive 50th anniversary collector's edition. It was this set. And it comes with the Criterion in it, which is so cool. Read the Domain Zoo loss. I fetched shock, Thoughtseize, and saw a hand of 3 tribal flames on lightning bolt. Sad to see 15 life. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. I want to play at some point the Domain Zoo deck on Magic Online. I have it like pseudo built in paper, which is why I wouldn't mind playing it on Magic Online. I think the deck is really fun, but I also like, I'm hard in on the General Furious Work or whatever his name is. I'm like all in on him because I like him a lot. 50th anniversary edition FYE exclusive. Because I have the box and everything all the way up top of the shelves. So, Night of the Living Dead's good. 1968. Nightcrawler, fantastic movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think Dan Gilroy, the director, this is his fluke movie because it's the only good movie he's made so far. I haven't seen his in-between movie, but I personally really didn't enjoy Velvet Buzzsaw. I think that movie is not very good at all. Got to go chat soon. Right on, Matt. I'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, Nightcrawler's fantastic. Is this another 2014 masterpiece? I feel like it is. You're going to tell me on the back, are you? Yep. Dude, I'm telling you, that year was bonkers. Also don't know if I checked to see if both discs were in here. Yep. Yeah, Nightcrawler's really good. I've seen it a couple times. Just really good stuff. Like I said, I think it's a fluke for Dan Gilroy. The Nightingale. This is Jennifer Kent's backup to the Babadook. And my goodness gracious, is this good. This is insanely brutal. Hard to watch, but really, really good. I would love this. I'm curious to what Jennifer Kent's doing next, actually. 2018. But yeah, The Nightingale is really good. Not an easy watch. Not by any means. But very good for sure. So let's see real quick what Jennifer Kent's into. What you got going on? She did a thing for Del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. And then Alice and Friedra Forever is her next movie. The romance between two young women in Memphis during the 19th century ends tragically and captures the attention of the entire United States. Goodness gracious, that was hard. Add to watch list because she is 2 for 2 for me. Nightmare Before Christmas, the sing along edition. It's weird that we didn't have this on Blu-ray before, but now we do. Comes with the original like non-singing version too. A couple of short films. Frankenweenie Uncut. Well, we have Frankenweenie already listed, so let's do this. And Nightmare Before Christmas Blu-ray. Because here's the thing, is we own multiple copies of Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the only one we have on shelf currently. Excuse me. What year are you from? Disney. I think it's 90 something, right? 93. Another good year. Yeah, good thing. Good slipcase sing along edition. Good movie. I enjoy it. Vincent. All right, let's Tim Burton. Do it this way. It's actually kind of crazy, like the little amount that Beetlejuice 2. Why? Just let it go. Like the little amount Tim Burton's actually kind of done in a weird way. 1982. Vincent, 1982. Blue, no. On the Nightmare Before Christmas Blu-ray. But yeah, we have this on DVD as well. Ninja Scroll. This movie is great. If you're a fan of anime, then definitely check this one out. It's a older style anime. I think it's from the 80s or 90s, 93. Really good stuff. Very brutal, about a ninja doing ninja things. Not really. It's like about a ninja who's like trying to take down this like legion of ninjas because he's like protecting someone, and it's good. It's really good. I enjoy it quite a bit. The animation is stunning. Yeah, definitely recommend Ninja Scroll. No Country for Old Men. Actually rewatched this not too long ago with Autumn. She had never seen it. She's a fan of Javier Bardem, and I was like, you have to watch No Country for Old Men. And we rewatched it, and it's really good. It's really good. The Coen brothers just hit ballpark after ballpark. You know what I mean? I think this is a 2006 movie. Maybe it's 2007. But I already say maybe it's 2007. No Country for Old Men. Yeah, good stuff. No Escape. I think this movie's really underrated. Really enjoy it. I think it's one of Owen Wilson's better performances. I think it's one of his better films in general. There were moments that I was completely like on the edge of my seat with. There were things this movie did in terms of tension that I was just like, man, and it hardly lets up either. Like once it starts going, and it starts pretty quick. Like it's not one that lingers very long. When it starts going, man, I'm like all in. You know what I mean? Like I'm all in on it. The only thing I really hate, my biggest complaint, is what they do with Pierce Brosnan's character, Pierce Brosnan. I don't know how you say his last name. I really hate what they did with his character, but like, there's no reason this should have a 38 on Metacritic. I give it a 7. Nah, this is probably, you know what, 7's probably accurate. I just really hate what they did with his character. If you've seen the movie, you may know what I'm talking about. But in terms of like the rest of this movie, like, it is really good and kind of gnarly. I don't think my wife has seen this, and if she hasn't, like, we need to watch this sometime soon. I don't know if you're watching, wifey, but if you are, have you seen No Escape? No Escape? And if you haven't, we should make. I don't know if we should make it a priority, but we should really at some point watch it. No Tears for the Dead, a really fun. I think this is Korean. Yep, Korean film that had some really good action. If I remember, I think I originally gave this an 8 out of 10. Let's find out. Oh, hold on. Dead. Another 2014 banger. This is just Blu-ray. Yep. Action scenes that rival the Raid 2. It had good action scenes. I don't know if it rivals the Raid 2. Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I remember this movie being sweet. Wouldn't mind rewatching. I don't think I've seen it since it came out, but it's definitely one of them I wouldn't mind rewatching. I remember being really good. I like assassin-y kind of movies, though. You know what I mean? It's kind of my jam. Noah. This is a movie by Darren Aronofsky. He's got a couple movies, Noah, Mother, and a couple other things that there's a lot of people that are pretty mixed on, if not negative on. I personally think Noah's really good. I really liked Noah a lot. I think it's a very interesting interpretation of the book of Genesis. I think there's good performances. I think this is another 20. I think it's 2015. No, 2014. Yeah, I think it's really good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I think it's just a really good movie. That, if I remember right, doesn't have probably the best CGI. This is another one like I wouldn't mind rewatching. It's like, am I wrong about this? Ooh, that didn't look very good, does it? Yeah, that doesn't look very good. I mean, it's from 2014, right? Is that Logan Lerman I saw back here? Yeah, I didn't realize he was in this movie. Yeah, I wouldn't mind rewatching this. Nobody, directed by Ilya Naishuller, the director of Hardcore Henry. This is his follow-up. I was curious to what he would do if he did a movie more regular than something like Hardcore Henry. Hardcore Henry is the movie that it's the first person point of view style movie. So I was curious, like, all right, if you just got to direct a movie, what would you do if you just directed a movie that wasn't like trying to do a gimmick, which, even though, I love Hardcore Henry, at the end of the day, it's still a gimmick. What would you do if you weren't trying to do that? And yeah, Nobody's really good. I've seen it a couple times. It's going to be on my list for best of 2021. Really enjoyed it. I think it's 2021. I'm like very positive it's 2021. Yep. Yeah, it will probably show up on my best of 2021 list whenever that gets made. 4K Blu-ray, yes. 2 slipcase. I don't think there was a short film with this. Nope. Nomadland. I've not seen this one yet. That is in this binder that I took on vacation that we ended up not watching anything with. I think I've passed over a couple movies that I need to put back. I'll go through and do that later. If I catch it while I'm going through them, I'll do it then. But if not, I'll do it later. I've not seen Nomadland. Don't really have a ton of an interest to. It just looks okay, but it did win the Best Picture, which makes me want to watch it. And I do love Frances McDormand as an actress. I think she's great. 2021? Are you 2020 or are you 2021? That is the question. 2021? Okay. All right, well then I need to watch this at some point for my best of 2021 video. So I'll add it to my watch list. The Northman, fantastic, will be on my best of 2022 list. I'm pretty sure this is 2022, right? Yep. It will be on my best of 2022 list. This is a film that I just really, really loved. It is up there with, not up there. It's Robert Eggers. It's his first movie that just landed with me on the first viewing. The Vitch and The Lighthouse, while I both like and appreciate a lot of aspects of them, they both of those movies aren't like my favorite things. But the Northman scratched that itch for me. Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2 in one edition. They do have different editions of these movies where it's like all in one, or like I know there's one that has these came out like the same year. I know that 2014, where hold on. They have like a director's extended cut too. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. I only have this version. I've only seen this version. Don't know if I care to go out and watch other ones. I think Volume 1 is fantastic, and I think Volume 2 is good, but it kind of brings it down a little bit. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? One of my favorite movies ever. Probably my favorite Coen Brothers movie. I think this movie is hilarious. I think musically it's great. I love the story. Yeah, absolutely love Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? One of my favorite movies ever. You are not from 2000, are you? Oh shit, I thought it was in the 90s. Great stuff. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Alright, let me put this up and then we'll get the last little stack up. I made a mess. All right, we're back at it. Ode to Nothing. This was on my last year's 31 for 31, and I can't remember if it made my top 5. I think it did. I think this movie is great. Very good. It's about a woman who befriends a corpse, which sounds weird, because it is. Lim, hey, stop licking your paws, bud. Try not to like let him dig at his paws. Ode to Nothing. If I remember right, this is actually a 2021 movie. Even though IMDb will say 2018, but like I don't think it got a US release till 2021. But yeah, she's a funeral. She runs like a funeral parlor. 2022. Okay, she runs like a funeral parlor. This is it Vietnamese or is this Filipino? I think it's Filipino actually. Aha, Filipino. I was right. Got him. But yeah, she runs that like funeral parlor. Connie Vinegar syndrome with slipcase. But yeah, she befriends a corpse. It's very sad, but also has like a nice bit of like dark humor to it. Beautifully shot, really good stuff. Oko's in, cute. It's a cute movie. Don't know if I care to like rewatch this. I guess it's cute. I like the principle of it. It's like a girl's. She goes to this inn and she can see spirits and stuff. All right. I guess we'll just go to IMDb. I'm gonna say it's like 2000. Okay, 2018. It's 2018 or 2019, but I think 2018 actually sounds right. Even for US release. Did I not rate this? Okay, 2019. Yeah, I did. 6 out of 10. Okay, so 2019 to this is one though, honestly, I would consider probably selling. Old Friends, a documentary. This movie will make you cry. It's very good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a very good documentary. Even if it comes off a little bit, advertisement, commercial for what they're doing. You know what I mean? It kind of comes off very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very biased, but it's really good. What those people are doing, they're just saints. Old Henry, a really good Western with Tim Blake Nelson just being really good at the helm of this. If you've not seen Old Henry, I definitely recommend it. It is a pretty gritty Western that has some just really good moments. And it's short. It's only 99 minutes. It blows by. Really enjoyed Old Henry. This is another one that I will definitely be rewatching from a best of 2021 list. So up next, The Old Man of the Gun. Actually just recently rewatched this. This movie is just a lot of fun. Don't really have any complaints about it. I think this is a 2018, never mind. Watched this with my grandparents, who are fans of Robert Redford, and they had a ball watching this. They really enjoyed it. But I think it's good. Old Boy 10th Anniversary Edition, one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen this movie, I don't know, 6 or 7 times probably, and I could watch it again, honestly. Yeah, one of my favorite movies ever made. It's 10 out of 10. It's fantastic. If you've not seen Old Boy, go watch it. Go into it blind. You don't need to watch anything about it. You can just go straight into it. I think this movie is one of the best cinematic efforts out there. Also, it's one word, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Amazing cinematography, beautiful shot composition, great performances. 10th anniversary edition. I've had actually another copy of this that I replaced with this copy. I had a Blu-ray originally that I replaced when this version came out. I think there's a 4K coming out that I haven't picked up yet, but yeah, this movie, and this is one of those movies that just when I first watched it, I went in completely blind to it. I just had a guy I went to college with just was like, we were talking like movies and stuff. He's like, oh, he goes, you would love Old Boy. I was like, what? He goes, you haven't seen Old Boy? I said no. He's like, you would love Old Boy. And I was like, okay. And it was on Netflix, and then I watched it that night, and I was just like, I remember going back to school the next day and just being like, just completely blown away with it. Oliver and Company. Yeah, we rewatched this one not too long ago. Because my dog has a crush on the poodle in this movie. Good stuff. Oliver and Company's cute. $1988. Wow, that's actually newer than I thought it was. Huh. Blu-ray DVD combo. Blu-ray DVD, yes, 2 discs. But it also comes with a couple shorts. Linda Paul from 1941 and Puss Cafe. Which I don't know why it gives the date for one but not the other, but it does. On Oliver and Company release, and then Puss Cafe 1950. It's got Pluto. 1950 Blu-ray DVD. Nope. Oliver and Company release. The Omen collection. I've only seen the original Omen and the new Omen, the one from 2006, is all I've seen. I've not seen the other ones. Omen 3, 2, the original, and then the 666 Omen. That was like the big deal. They released on June 6, 2006. Okay, I just leave it open like this and it shows me all of them. So I've seen Omen from 19... I didn't realize it was that old. Blu-ray for the Omen collection. Then we have Damien Omen 2 from 78. I've not seen that one. Then we have Omen 3, The Final Conflict, 1981. Now, I will say this, when it comes to when it comes to 31 for 31 and I go through and I pick our movies, I'm not gonna, there are a couple movies that will get excluded. So like these Omens that I haven't seen, I'm not gonna do Omen 2 and 3 this year, maybe later. I'm not gonna do short films. I'm not gonna do like feature films that are bonus editions on stuff like that. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. So we'll go over that. I'll go through that later. I'm not going to deal with it right now. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Good stuff from Quentin Tarantino. I want to say this slipcase might be an exclusive to somewhere, but I'm not sure. Yeah, good movie. I like Tarantino. This is actually probably, though, one of my least favorite Tarantinos. Once Upon a Time. I'll just do it this way. I just personally I like his other films better. Like, I think this one's really good. Like, I don't think it's better than Jackie Brown, I think, from what I remember. 2019. So like I said, I'd have to rewatch Jackie Brown. But I do like it. Like, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. I would rewatch it, you know what I mean? One Cut of the Dead, one of my favorite movies. Gets 10 out of 10 for me, no joke. It is a perfect example of how you make a very interesting, very engaging, but also very impressive movie for like $25,000. If you've not watched this movie, the only thing I'm going to say is this. The film is a one-take zombie movie that you need to watch after the credits. You need to watch after the credits roll. That's all I'm going to say. 2017. That's not right. Right? This movie would have been on my best of the decade list if I had watched it before I did that video. Okay, so it's 2018. Is it 2019? I'm going off a US release is what I go off of. Okay, it's 2019. But yeah, you need to watch after the credits. That's what I'm gonna say. You need to watch after the credits. Great movie, really great. And the last thing is this ginormous One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest set. That it's a really cool set, honestly. Oh, that's the. Which one's the movie? There it is. A lot of stuff in this pack. Let me see if I can get it all back together now. One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I think, is a really good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. I bought the DVD for $1 just so I could watch it because I found it for $1 at a dollar store. I don't think it was Dollar Tree. I think I got it at like a Big Lots for $1. And then I really enjoyed it. And then I went in Walmart one day and they had that big set that I just showed you for 10 or 15 bucks. And I was like, hell yeah. And it was a Blu-ray upgrade. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Feels a little high, but probably accurate. I really enjoyed the film, so I don't even know what you'd call this set. One Flew. Ultimate Collection. Ultimate Collector's Edition. All right, so that's where we're going to end for today. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Tomorrow, we'll come back, do this some more. Just try to work our way through the shelves so I can get 31 for 31 started up. And had a big stretch there. I'll catch y'all later. If you want to support the channel, you can consider subscribing. If you're watching this on YouTube, I know these don't get a lot of views on YouTube and you want to see these live, you can head over to Twitch and follow me there for any time I go live. And I will catch y'all later. Bye, everybody.